Hey folks, I'm Fundy, and this is the Dice and Quill, the web series where we give you, the viewers, our views, topics, opinions, and discussions about everything role-playing. So, today we're going to be continuing our DM's Corner mini-series, and we have a special subject today. As you can see on the board, Homebrew Rules, Homebrew 101. Alright, so, take a seat, grab a drink, because this is going to be some good stuff. First off, what are homebrew rules? Well, it's an easy answer. Homebrew rules are simply rules that you, as the DM, in conjunction with your party, other DMs, or just on your own, have created to supplement for either a lack of rules for a certain situation in the rulebook, or to expand on said rules. Also to make things simpler. So there's two real types of homebrew rules that we're going to kind of cover today. Number one is going to be mechanical. All right, mechanical rules are pretty much rules that deal with the mechanics of the gameplay. All right, so like criticals. I think in the book, which I don't read, who needs to read? Criticals, I believe, is if you roll a 20, then you roll again to see if you actually can do that double damage or that triple damage and whatnot. Well, that's way too much rolling, way too much math, and I believe that it makes combat a little bit slow. My guys like to fight. They're not that smart. They want action. So I'm going to give them action. That being said, I've cut down the critical rule to where if you roll a d20, double damage. That's it. Or if it's triple damage or whatnot. You roll a d20, you've got your crit. I also throw kind of the same thing with a critical fail. You roll a 1, it's an automatic fail. Given the situation, I'll say either you screw up and you hit the rogue, which I mean really is fine because nobody likes the rogue anywhere. But, you know, you hit the rogue and you do some damage to that guy, or you slip up, you fall on your face, now you're flat-footed, and the bad guy gets an attack of opportunity on you. And if you're a rogue, that's fine because somebody likes you anyway. So, continuing on to that, we have also like grappling. So, I get a lot of confusing questions about grapple. So, is it grapple versus grapple? Is it strength versus grapple? Is it strength versus strength? Again, it's in the book. Nobody reads. I mean, this is 2017. Nobody reads books anymore. So, I kind of simplified that as well in my own way. Now, I'm definitely not saying use the way I do it. I mean, that's why it's a homebrew. You guys kind of figure it out the best way you want to do it. The second type of homebrew rules are character rules. Classes, feats, skills. Things that, again, aren't in the book that you want to throw in there. And there's nothing wrong with doing this. In fact, in my opinion, every good DM worth his salt should have some custom classes that his characters can choose from. Some custom feats, some custom skills. Every good DM should do that. Alright? Because now your game is different from Fred's game down the street. And you know you're better than Fred. Alright? Your lawn's better. Your wife looks hotter. So screw Fred. Your game's going to be more fun. And how you do that is with homebrews. So, homebrews are not to be mistaken for customized items or things like that. Customized items, I don't necessarily throw into homebrew rules. You're just kind of tweaking some of the mechanics around and stuff like that, and you know, making new items. But it could fall into it. I just see it as kind of like a different category. But if you guys like, leave a comment and we can do a video on some cool examples for custom items and things like that. When is too much too much? When is it too much? So, if you start homebrewing the mess out of your game to where it looks nothing like the original game in the book, you've gone too far. Take about 10 to 20% off there, buddy. You know, scale back, look at the rules, because if it's to the point where you have to teach the entire game over to your players just because of the rules you've put in, you're not even playing that game anymore. You might as well just write up your own book, send it in, get it copyrighted, congratulations. You know, there is such thing as too much. make the game fun, make the game more easy. If your players don't like how it's played traditionally, that's fine. Don't turn it into a completely other game. Don't make it to where every player has to have a calculator, an abacus, and a magic 8-ball in order to make their decisions in life. That's a little too much. So just tone it back a little bit. And really, it's up to you. It's up to your players. Read your players. You know, what kind of game do they like? Do they like a more technical, mechanical game? If so, you know what to do. Do my players just like to hit things with other things? If so, you know what to do. So, how about some examples here? Let's talk about Homebrew Spell. So we've got Acid Arrow and we've got Fire Arrow in the spell book. Where's the Ice Arrow? We don't have that. Well, what if somebody wants to kind of like specialize as like an Ice Mage or something like that? So, Ice Arrow. Let's make it a spell. Let's make it level 3. Level 3 evocation. Range 70 yards, 70 meters, or whatever range increment you use. Damage, 2d6 cold damage. Fortitude save. The enemy has to make a fortitude save, DC 14, or be immobilized for 1d4 rounds. That represents the ice arrow hitting the guy and then kind of like freezing him in place. You know, kind of like Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat and stuff. And yeah, so there we go. We just made a homebrew spell. Good job, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. How about another one? How about a feat? All right, homebrew feat. Impromptu. Impromptu. You guys like the old Jackie Chan movies and stuff like that? I used to love the Jackie Chan movies. So impromptu as a feat, the ability for the prerequisites. Let's say strength 12, dex of 14, and then improved unarmed as your prerequisites. Now you can pick up impromptu. The ability to grab any weapon, anything, and be able to use it without penalty. So I can use a chair just as well as the fighter can use his sword and whatnot. Again, think the old Jackie Chan movies where the dude whoop butt with anything. Now your character can do that because it's awesome. So those are just some examples. And really, when it comes to homebrews, the limitations are in your mind. You can do anything you want to. It's your game, your party, your experience you're bringing to them. So go out there, read the rules, and have fun. With that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Get us a like, hit us with some comments. Pop on over to our Facebook page, D20 and Friends. We can always welcome you guys to our new family. Come on and bring it in. So, with that being said, that is all for today. Now, next episode, we're going to do table etiquette, which is going to be a little different. All right, so one more time, like and subscribe, do all that fancy stuff. I'm Fundy. This is the Dice and Quill. Stay nerdy, folks, as Austin would say. Bye-bye.